Good morning, students. Welcome to the class 10th geography part, and in that we are studying about resource and development of geography part. In that today we are going to study about land resources. What are the land resources are there? How we are utilizing it, and the whole land is utilized for human being or not? Is it a resource or not? We are going to study today. See, here it is a simple. Here it is a very simple topic is land. I think you know about land and what kind of a land we have. Also, let us study today. And we live on land. Yes, we prepare our economic activities on land. We use it in different ways. The land is natural resource of the utmost importance. So we live on land, and we live on land, and we prefer our economic activities all on the land. It's very important, and it is a natural resource of utmost importance. We give it to the main resource, and it supports a natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, transport, and communication systems. However, land is a asset of finite magnitude, and therefore it is important to use the valuable land for various purposes with the careful planning. So you know that, and land is very important for us, and it supports for all the natural vegetations, and wildlife is there, human beings are there, and it's a economic source for us, and it's a finite magnitude. Therefore it is important for useful use the availability of land for various purposes with the careful planning, isn't it? And India has land under the variety of relief features, namely mountains we have, plateaus we have, plains we have, and hope you have studied already mountains, plateaus and plains, you know about it, and islands also you know about it very well. And about 43% of land area is plain. How much? 43%. Here it is. See, we have made it a plan here, and it is blue is the plains, and gray is the mountains, and yellow is plateaus, and 43% of land is plain. Okay, and same way, and mountain 30% of land is mountains, 43% of land is plains, and 30% of land is mountains are there, and 27% of land area is it's a plateau region, understand, and it possesses a rich reserves of minerals, fossils, fuel, and forest. And you know that we get most important resource like minerals, fossils, fuels, and forest is available in the plateau area, and you have studied this in the previous class, I hope so. And same way like that, here it is land utilization, how we use the land. That's very important. Is see, land source are used for the following purposes. Land is used for forest, yes, and land not available for the cultivation. And land is there, but it's not available for cultivation purpose. That is like barren land and wasteland, we call it as. Yes, the whole whatever the land is available, the complete land we are not utilizing it for cultivation purpose. Some are barren land will be there, isn't it? And same way, here it is land put not the non-agricultural uses, like some are non-agricultural uses also we utilize the land, like buildings, roads, and factories, etc., to build these all. And other than the uncultivated land also will be there, uncultivated land, and excluding following land, some of the land we cannot use for cultivation purpose. And what is that, what kind of, it's a permanent pastures and grazing land. See, we have a lot of cattle, and for that for grazing purpose and pasture purpose we leave some of the land, land under the miscellaneous tree crops and grows, and some of the trees and the huge forest, thick forest will grow, and which means this kind of land which is sown area, not net sown area, means we cannot go for sowing, harvesting over there in that. And cultivable wasteland, some of the cultivable wasteland will be which is left uncultivated for more than 5 agriculture years, understand? Okay, and same way the fallow lands and the current fallow the left with the cultivation for 1 or less than 1 agriculture year it is. Other than that, the current fallow is left uncultivated for the past 1 to 5 agriculture area. This is how it is. And now land used for the pattern in India, and what kind of a pattern we use the land for, that we are going to study now. And see, the use of land is determined about the physical factors such as topography, climatic and soil type, as well as the human factors such as population density, technology capability and culture and the tradition, etc. The land is used in different kind of patterns area, and that we are going to study now. And this is how we have made different kind of a determined of the whole land. The total geographical area in India is 3.28 million square kilometer. What is our India's total geographical area? Keep remember, 3.28 million square kilometer. Land use data, however, is available only for 93% of the total geographical area, because the land is reporting for the most of the northeast states except Assam has not been done fully. Moreover, some areas of Jammu and Kashmir and occupied by the Pakistan and China have also not been survived. See, we have a 3.28 million square kilometer land, but still we are considering it for only 93% of land. Why? Because some of the land is not survived. It is not considered. It's not reported. Some of the northeast areas, like except Assam and all. So some of the Jammu and Kashmir area is occupied by Pakistan, and China also is not being survived. This is how we have the land area. Okay, now when you go to the continuity part, the land under the permanent pasture has also decreased. How are we able to feed our huge cattle population on this pasture land, and what are the consequences of it? Most of the other than the current fallow lands are either of a poor quality, or the cost of cultivation of such land is very high. Hence these land are cultivated once or twice in about 2 to 3 years, and these are included in the net sown area. Then the percentage of NSA in India came to about 54% of the total reporting area. This is how we have made it. The permanent pasture area is been just like divided, and we have a huge cattle population. How we are going to make it as feed them? And this is how when we are making it, and cultivation such as land area cultivated once or 2 years, about 2-3 years, if this is included in the net swan area. The pattern of net swan area varies greatly from one state to another. It is over 80% of the total area in Punjab and Haryana, and less than 10% in Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram, Manipura and Andaman Nicobar Islands. The policy 1952, it was considered essential for the maintenance of the ecological balance, the livelihood of millions of people who live in the fringe of these forests depends upon it. The fringe of these forests depends upon it. A part of the land is termed as a wasteland and land put to other non-agriculture uses. The wasteland included rocky, arid and desert area, and land put to the other non-agriculture area is just like uses of includes settlements and road, railways, industry, etc. The continuous uses of land over a long period of time without taking appropriate measures to conserve and manage it has resulted in land degradation. This, in turn, has serious repercussion on the society and environment. This is how the ecological balance to maintain in some of the area. We have just considered geographical area. So this you will study in the next page. Now let us go for land degradation and conservation measures. See, we have shared our land with the past generation and will have to do so with the future generation too. 95% of our basic needs for food, shelter and clothing are obtained from the land. You know that 95% of full of our life is just depending on what? Land. We have just obtained from the land each and everything, isn't it? And same way, the human activities have not only brought about the degradation of land, but also the aggravated the piece of natural forces to cause damage to land. See, when we completely depending on the land, definitely we are harming to the land. We are damaging our land. This is at present there are about 130 million hectares of the degraded land in India. Approximately 28% of it belongs to the category of forest degraded area. 56% of it is water eroded area, and the rest is affected by the saline and the alkaline deposits. Some human activities such as deforestation, overgrazing, mining and quarrying to have contributed significantly in land degradation. This is because of these human activities, more and more on the land degradation is happening. And the land degradation is happening not only in one way, it is happening in a different kind of a way. And just like even the cattle grazing also one of the type, and mining, eroding the eroded area, and quarrying, and so many types of way we have degradation is happening on the land. This is how, see, India, the West land in 2000, they have explained here the water eroded area, this forest degraded area, and the saline and alkaline land, and wind eroded area. Everything they have measured and given over here. This is how the things are happening. See what happened. The mining sites are abandoned. Okay, after the excavation work is complete, leaving deep scares and traces of overburdening in states like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Orissa. Deforestation due to the mining have caused severe land degradation. See, because of this mining especially, and mining means you just can imagine our Bellary mining, okay, mining thing. So how we dig our land, just like we just go to the core. Okay, some of the scales of traces over the burdening, just like for example states like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, deforestation due to the mining have cause severe land degradation. See, when mining is going on, definitely deforestation will happen because they've cut all the trees. When the deforestation happen, definitely it causes it effect on the land. This is how happening over many years. And same way in states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, overgrazing. See, here it is overgrazing. A lot of huge amount of cattle are there. Overgrazing also affect on the land. One of the main reason of the land degradation in the state of Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, over irrigation is responsible for land degradation due to the water logging, leading to the increase in the salinity and in the soil. The mineral processing like grinding of the limestone of cement industry and the uh, cal- and same way calcite and soapstone or the ceramic industry generate a huge quantity of the dust in the atmosphere. It rattles the process of this is how will be happening, and it retards and the process of infiltration of the water into the soil after the settles down on the land. In recent areas, industries influence as waste have become a major source of land, and the water pollution in many parts of the country is happening because of so many industries. What they will leave their wastage on the land without filtration and inflation. This is causes also land. There are many ways to solve the problems of the land degradation. See, we have solution also, but we are not considering it. See, afforestation and the proper management of grazing can help the some of the extent. Planting of the shelter belts of the plant, control on the overgrazing, stabilization of the sand dunes by growing thorny bushes are some of the method of the chuck and land degradation in arid areas. The proper management of the wasteland, control of the mining activities, proper discharging and the disposal of industrial effluents and the waste after the treatment can reduce land and water degradation in industrial and suburban areas. This is how we have a lot of solution to take over the measurements which we are not taking it. If you take solution, definitely this degradation can be stop. And this is how the planning of land resource we have, how we are utilizing it, how we are wasting it, how we are spoiling it, how we are putting pressure on the land. Everything we have studied today, and tomorrow we are going to study about soil as a resource. Okay, thank you. If you have any doubts, please get back to me.